What is mercantilism? Mercantilism is an economic theory that advocates government regulation of international trade to generate wealth and strengthen national power. Merchants and the government work together to reduce the trade deficit and create a trade surplus. How mercantilism worked. Mercantilism, a form of economic nationalism, funds corporate, military, and national growth. It advocates trade policies that protect domestic industries. In mercantilism, the government strengthens the private owners of the factors of production. These four factors of production are entrepreneurship, capital goods, natural resources, labor. Mercantilism establishes monopolies, grants tax-free status, and grants pensions to favored industries. It imposes tariffs on imports. It also prohibits the emigration of skilled labor, capital, and tools. It doesn't allow anything that could help foreign companies. In return for the protection provided by national government, businesses funnel the riches from foreign expansion back to their governments via taxes. Those taxes pay for increasing national growth and international political power. Example of mercantilism. Mercantilism was the dominant economic system in Europe between 1500 and 1800. Countries all wanted to export more than they imported. In return, they received gold. It powered the evolution of nation-states out of feudalism. Holland, France, Spain, and England competed on the economic and military fronts. These countries created skilled labor forces and armed forces to defend them. Merchants supported national governments to help them beat foreign competitors. An example was the British East India Company, which defeated the princes of India with 260,000 mercenaries. It then plundered their riches as the British government protected the company's interests. Successful mercantilist nations developed strong merchant marines and imposed high port taxes and regulations on foreign ships arriving with goods to sell. England, for example, required all imports from Europe to come in its own vessels, or in a vessel registered in the country where the goods originated. Democracy and free trade ended mercantilism's dominance in the late 1700s. American and French revolutions formalized large nations ruled by democracy. They endorsed capitalism rather than mercantilism. Adam Smith argued against mercantilism with his 1776 publication of The Wealth of Nations. He argued that foreign trade strengthens the economies of both countries involved, as long as each trading partner specializes in what it produces best, giving it a comparative advantage. He also explained that a government that put business ahead of its people would not last. Smith's economic theories coincided with the rise of democracy in North America and Europe. In 1791, mercantilism was breaking down, but free trade hadn't yet developed. Most countries still regulated trade to enhance domestic growth. Then U.S. Treasury Secretary Alexander Hamilton was a proponent of mercantilism. He advocated government subsidies to protect infant industries necessary to the national interest. The industries needed government support until they were strong enough to compete with established foreign industries and producers. Hamilton also proposed tariffs to reduce competition in those areas. Fascism and totalitarianism adopted mercantilism in the 1930s and 1940s. After the stock market crash of 1929, many nations turned toward trade protectionism to save industry and jobs. They responded to the Great Depression with tariffs and trade restrictions. Subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out the next lecture. Stay blessed.